Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the 110th segment of Being Inspired with Buzopite Life Changing Reality Tonic. I am still Honorable Ambassador Buzopite Osigwe, and I am here on this platform where we embrace our truth that leads to our freedom. Before I start, remember to subscribe whenever you come across this video, like and share the link to your contact and your friends. Honestly, you won't regret doing that. And again, leave your comments. Most part, feedback is very important, really. And I will appreciate if you drop your comment when you get to my YouTube channel and you watch. Okay? Yeah, today we will be talking on the topic negative pressure. Yes, negative pressure. What's it all about? Most times we put a lot of undue pressure on ourselves. We put so much pressure on ourselves for nothing, without realizing that we are doing a whole lot of damage on ourselves. We pressure ourselves through a lot of things. And most times when you ask who is doing this, as in, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Now, like, no, even though I am not thinking, no, I can't even see myself thinking. I can't see myself doing this. I can't see myself doing that. But the reality, they are doing a whole lot. Being too hard on yourself actually it can cause you a whole lot of damage. It can cause you both mental and physical stress. Most times, the signs will be there. The signs will be there, especially when you engage on negative self-talk. When you see nothing good anymore, when nothing works for you, when you start talking bad, say a lot of horrible things about yourself and situations you're in and all that without considering. And again, when you're having trouble sleeping, you don't need a soothsayer to tell you then that things have gone out of hand. You need to look for help. You need to do that which you are expected to do. And because we know that infinite wisdom comes from above, and of course no man is an island, and embodiment of wisdom is not tied to one person, that's why we cheer. So that if you're into this kind of a thing and you don't know what you do, or you don't even understand what's going on, then when you come across this kind of talk, you will look at yourself and not like, oh, really? When pressures are not really bad. It's not every pressure that is bad. When you're striving to do something better for yourself, to better yourself and to be the best in what you want to do, honestly, it ain't really bad. It's not bad. But the truth of the matter is that it's not when you're looking for to better the version of yourself that I say it's not bad. But when you constantly set a very high standard for yourself and always wanting to meet it, every time you set a high standard for yourself, if you continually do that, it will start taking toll on you because you're a human being. You understand? You're a human being, that because that means you're not living, you're only striving to keep achieving, and that's a crazy pressure. Is that when you put yourself under this kind of huge negative pressure, what it means is that you're losing sight from normal balanced life. You're only concentrating on one thing, what you can achieve, the heights, the goals you set that needs to be met, and you don't even have time to relax, to enjoy the one. Okay, you set a high standard for yourself, you have met it already. Now chill down, relax, actually make fun, have fun, understand that yes, I achieved this. Okay, enjoy it. No, most people don't ever have to reckon with whatever they have achieved. Once that goal is met, bam, another one is going and they are on the move. You see, such pressure can scatter you completely. It can scatter you completely. Learning to be flexible doesn't mean that you have to ignore your values or your preferences. No, most people feel pressure not from others but from themselves. Because when we talk about pressure, people think about you having pressure from somebody from outside, under influence. No, most people who have damaging pressures are the ones they put for themselves. Honestly, it's actually the pressure we put on ourselves that is the most damaging, and not the ones that is coming, because that you can easily stop. When putting pressure on yourself, there's something you need to remember, that no one is perfect. Nobody is absolutely perfect. That we are all human beings with our limitations, with our weaknesses, with our strengths, with our habits, with everything. So it's not just you. Okay, now the pressure you put on yourself is actually limiting that fact. But you don't need to. A lot of people feel overwhelmingly angry disappointment, as in the disappointment they feel when their expectations are not met. You'll be wondering, who are you competing with? Who are you competing with? You actually set the standard for yourself. Oh my God, when you see them, some will become so violent, some will be so hostile, some will be so angry, upset, and even depressed because you did not meet something you decided that this is what I want. Not that nobody carried you, not that your life is dependent on it, not that something is dependent. No, you set that standard. And because you didn't meet it, you're now dying because of, and put yourself into undue pressure. You know, a lot of people are living their life because, okay, something, oh, their neighbor's life is like this, especially those who actually go on social media. You will see a lot of perfect life, perfect marriage, perfect children, perfect everything, perfect home, perfect everything, and that's what you think you want. And then you start dying because you want to be like them. Half of them are not real. That's what you don't understand. And a lot of people put pressure on themselves because of what they see on social media, because of the life they see from a distance. You're not living with them. You don't know if it's a setup. You don't know if it's a plan. You don't know. Just like you see a lot of people doing prank, fighting prank, this one, so that people can come, because what is their primary goal? Because they want a lot of likes, so that either YouTube, so that either Instagram or Facebook can come and verify their page, and then they will start making money, and people go there and be fighting. Meanwhile, they are using all of us, So you need to stop paying attention to what other people have, because that's what they have said they have. You don't even know, and even if it's real, you need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on yourself. You need to, because and when you focus on yourself, you will have a lot of relief, believe me. Stop taking too many things at the same time. You don't have to, because that you're brilliant and you're energetic does not mean that you're not human. You need to learn to strike a balance, because if not, it will overwhelm you. And that's the pressure we're talking about. Remember that I said there are pressures, and negative pressure is what we're talking about here, and that is what is destroying people. That is what it will overwhelm you, and you need to accept what you cannot do. See, there's no big deal in it. When you get to where you are intelligent, you're perfect, you're fantastic, you're wonderful, nobody is disputing that fact, but you cannot do everything. And when you get to where you cannot do what you cannot do, where you cannot get to, my dear, ask for help. Yes. Look for the professional in that aspect. You must not do it, because in wanting to do it, you're going to aggravate a whole lot. You're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself that is unwanted. You know what? When you get somebody to do it, it will reduce the pressure drastically. You don't want to wait until when you start slouching or slumping on your seat. No. Like I said before, all pressures are not negative. There are pressures that are positive, especially when you're encouraging yourself to become better, or maybe your life is you're encouraging somebody else to do good. It's okay, but you need to strike a balance. I have this fire in me to finish whatever I start. That's the truth. And always say, me. I don't stop because I'm tired. I stop when the job is done, but that's on a positive note, because if I am really not feeling it, I won't push it. So you need to understand that no matter how fantastic, no matter the firebrand you are, no matter the kind of person you are, you need to know your limits and when to stop and when to say, oh no. Negative pressure is when you're following what is raining. A lot of people's life is, I want to wear this, I want to buy this, I want to do this, I want to do this. You are the one that wants to do them everywhere, and you see them, most of them ends up living a lot of fake life. Before you go to this party, you have to go and borrow this clothes. Oh, your hair must be made a particular before you show your face outside. No, as if people are there watching you. People don't really give a heck. That's the problem. Most of these people who don't want to be perfect, they want to look perfect, they want to appear perfect, they want to do this perfect, their hair must be top notch. Nobody cares. You need to get to understand that nobody really, really bothers, because the things that you do and you're dying for, What the least people can say, oh, you're looking dark, you're looking hot, you're looking, and then as they're complimenting you, another hotter person is coming, you're looking dapper, oh my God. Another person is coming, you're looking da bomb, another person is coming, wow, that's what you see. So what did you get? A lot of people have done a whole lot of things in order to get to that point. A lot of people have done a lot of things to even appear in that place, and that's just what you get. Which doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You need to learn to reduce pressures that you put on yourself. You need to learn to do that. A man that is this way need to do something, and that is why this topic is very important. You need to consider it even when looking for a spouse. Honestly, if you're a woman that you want to appear good, you want to do this, you cannot marry a man who is like that. No. And if you're a man who wants to buy this, who is always in competition with your friends, who doesn't even know you're competing with them, who actually want to, like, whatever your friend does, you want to do it, you want to achieve it, you need a coolant as a wife. You need a wife who material things are not intoxicating, so that somebody can be tampering you and telling you cool down. If not, there's nothing you cannot do. If the two forces meet together, there's nothing. The marriage will end in debt disaster, because they are two of a kind, which would not work. So you need to understand, if you're a man, I read a story about one man who was going to pay a bride price to the fiance or whatever, and eventually the lady, they were living in different states anyway, the lady came to pay him a visit, because she came for an interview in Lagos, and then paid the guy a visit. So the next morning, when the guy was trying to, the guy didn't know she was coming anyway, but not that is a problem, Then the next morning, the guy was rushing to work. There was just a tin of milk in the house. So the girl went and had her breakfast. So when the guy came to the table, he didn't see anything on the table. Oh, he was thinking the wife-to-be has made his tea and put it inside a flask. So he touched the flask, there was nothing there. So he called on the girl, like, you had your breakfast? Yes. So what about me? She said that it was only a tin of milk that she saw there, and of course she likes her tea creamy and all that. So, and that he can try and take Fanta with the bread if he's so hungry, because she used the whole tin. And the guy said, you used the whole tin of milk? Yes. He said you should learn to stock your house and all that, because she doesn't have that kind of time to be managing, because a tin of milk is not even enough for her. And the guy looked at it, and instead of it to bring a problem, the guy said, no problems, no problems, I didn't know you're going to come, because I knew I had a team. Because of my busy schedule, I couldn't go and all that. So I was hoping to use from it in the morning, but that's no problem. So the guy carried her, dropped her where she was going for the interview and all that, and then gave her some money as well and left. 2 days after, the guy called to say, sorry, I won't be able to marry you. And the girl was like, the guy said, I am so happy. Now I've seen it through you. That's not the kind of wife I need. Because I need somebody who can consolidate with me. I need somebody who can plan with me. I need somebody who can, if you could take one tin of milk that you found in the house, knowing that where I live, there are no shopping malls anywhere near that place, and you didn't consider me at all, and you took the whole thing, and you are fine with it, and you are justified with it, and you are even advising me on top to actually make sure the house is sorted. That's not the kind of wife I am. And when that matter came to me, and I'm like, what do you think? I said, I thank God for the guy that he realized early. Seriously, there are people like that in men, there are people like that in women, but yours, the essence of this is that you will be able to know your limit when you get to it, okay? That's the essence. So you will know, because if you allow yourself to actually get so much pressure, there are so many things it can do to you. Your internal monologue will be extremely negative anyway, and you will be suspicious of everybody. Everybody will be looking as liars. You expect less of yourself, nothing will be working. You will hold grudges in yourself, and then you appear bitter. You always be at edge, okay? And you will take everybody, everything people tell you, you will take it personal, because you're no longer okay with yourself, okay? And for you to want to stop this, you need to acknowledge and accept limitation, that you can't be able to do everything. You must recognize and accept it as well. And then because a lot of pressure, when we talk about these pressures and pressures and pressures, it looks as if the pressure is Pressure to pass exam, pressure to look good, pressure to marry, pressure to build a house, pressure to do this, pressure to have a child, pressure to do this. There's a lot of pressures, but you know what? The pressure is just not what the consequences. Believe me, it's not what the consequence. Don't let the pressure of those, eating their harvest push you into eating your own seed. Yeah, do you understand that? Yes, when you're watching people, you don't know that it's their harvest. You will carry pressure from the way they're living their life, but they have sowed and they have harvested, and it's only their harvest. And you will go and eat your seed in competition with them. And what do you think your second name will be? Failure. Disaster. That is it. So let's learn to stay focused and then be kind to ourselves with the things we feed ourselves and the things we do ourselves and the things we dump on ourselves. Most times is actually not necessary. Is my message for us today. Okay, so remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Be Inspired with Buzopad. Follow me on Instagram, Be Inspired Ambassador.Buzo. Follow me at Facebook, Be Inspired with Buzopad. Follow me at TikTok, Be Inspired with Buzopad. And of course, for those who DM me and all that, the number is already there. Get my Facebook, send me a message on my messenger. I'll always reply you. Thank you so much for always being there. For those who have always been me, for the new subscribers that are going to come, for the returning subscribers, for those who have been there with me all the way. May God bless you. Remember to click on the notification button so that when next my video drops, you don't need anybody to tell you. It will come on your page. God bless you. Take care. Bye.